Hi there, my name is Michael Blanc and I'll be your instructor today. Today we're going to talk about how to calculate your rat race number. Okay, so we're all in real estate because we want to quit the rat race, but have you ever actually sat down and figured out what your rat race number is and what you need to do to actually achieve it, right? So this episode has kind of two parts: how to calculate your rat race number and the best way to get there with real estate in our lifetime. Okay, so first thing, what is the rat race number? So rat race number, is I took it kind of from Robert Kiyosaki, cash flow board game. So you all know that you're kind of financially free when your passive income equals or exceeds your expenses, right? So there's two ways that you can achieve your rat race number. You can increase your passive income, or you can decrease your expenses. So here's how to calculate your rat race number. So the first step is, how much are you currently spending? And there's different ways to do this. I use something called mint.com. It allows you to track your expenses and to really kind of see what you're spending each month. And you do this 2 or 3 months and you can establish a budget from that. And you can also do it with a spreadsheet. All right, so that's the first step. Now the second step is, how can you spend less? In other words, look at each category and see what you could do without. Now this is a really painful step, okay? I know this, but because we love the way our life is. We love the French vanilla caramel macchiato. We love our 18,000 cable channels. We love our cars and houses. And once you have these things, it's very difficult to let go of them. But think about this, and this really comes down to, how badly do you really want to be financially free? I mean, if you really want to be financially free, wouldn't you simply sell everything and move into a mobile home park where you're spending $500 a month and you need like two rental properties, right? If you think about it, if you're really serious about it, wouldn't we do that? So if we don't do it, it means that we're actually not really serious about it. So I'm exaggerating to make a point, but you know what I'm talking about. Here's another way to think about this. A reasonable rental property should put at least $100 per month in your pocket after all expenses, maybe even a little bit more, right? So for every $100 that you save per month, it's about the same, it's the same as you purchasing one rental property. Okay, that's how impactful reducing your expenses is in a real estate context. So I've been through this myself actually several times, and I can tell you how painful it is to downsize something. We've downsized a house and cars, and it is really, really painful, but it was worthwhile afterwards. So, what are you prepared to do? Now, so let's talk about your number. Let's assume that you figured out what you're actually spending using Mint or spreadsheet or something like that, and you determine that you could live with $5,000 per month if you really tightened your belt. So that's about $60,000 a year. But let's not forget about taxes. You got to pay taxes, okay? So let's say $60,000 a year is what you need. Then let's say you're paying 30% in taxes. The way you calculate that is you take $60,000 divided by 70, and it comes out to be essentially about $7,100 a month. So your rat race number is about $7,000. You need passive income for $7,000. So now, how are you going to get there? So let's think about this. If you really want to get there, what's the best way to get there? Now, if you're flipping houses right now, then you're getting chunks of income, which is great. But the problem with that is there's nothing passive about flipping houses, right? Because I know this because I flipped about 30 houses. So now let's talk about building a rental portfolio, right? So if you're building a rental portfolio, that definitely qualifies as passive income, so you can check the box on that. Now, how many houses would you need to get $7,000 in monthly income? Okay, it depends a little bit how good of an investor you are, but let's say you get $200 per month in cash flow off a rental. That means you need about 35 houses to retire. Just be mindful of that if that's what you want to do with single family houses, you would need about a portfolio of 35 houses, okay? Now, I think there's a better way, and that's because I talk and write about apartment building investing, okay? So I'm going to say, hey, you know what? A better day is apartment building investing. Why? Because they're easier to scale, right? If I want to have 35 units, I can get there by buying a single 35 unit, or I can buy a 10 unit followed by a 25 unit, okay? I can get there in 2 hops, okay? They're easier to finance. The financing is cheap. Banks are throwing money at you if you're buying multifamily. And best of all, you don't have to personally guarantee it, okay? And so this is why I like multifamily investing. So Now, the question is, how do we get started multifamily investing? That's a great question because now I've piqued your interest, okay? But I'm not going to answer that in this video because I have other videos, and you can go to themichaelblank.com for all my free resources, but Flip Nerd's REI Classroom has also a lot of my episodes. So you go to flipnerd.com, click on shows in the upper right hand, and start typing Michael Blank, that's B-L-A-N-K, and all my episodes will kind of come up in the search box. And then here you can read about getting started, raising money, analyzing deals, all kinds of stuff. So sit down and figure out your rat race number. See if you can tighten your belt to get that expense down, and then really sit down and figure out what real estate strategy you want to pursue to get there. All right, thanks very much. I'll catch you in the next episode. Hey there, and thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video. I want to give you 3 things to do in sequence. Let me give you a quick tour of what those 3 things are, and then I'll show you how to do them. Number 1 is to download my free ebook called The 10-Minute Offer. It's all about making offers quickly, accurately, to give you confidence about analyzing deals and making offers. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I put out new videos all the time, and I want you to make sure you get them. That's number 2. Number 3 is to watch the next video in line. All right, so I'm going to go give you a chance to do that right now. And when you click on one of these things, a new tab will open up, and for the ebook. Okay, so click on the ebook, and new tab will open up. The video will stop playing. You can go back to the video and click on step 2, which is subscribe to the channel. That'll open up a new tab as well. And then 3 is when you click on the last one to watch the next video in line. That'll open up in the current window. All right, I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you in the next video.